Have any questions, you want to add something, just tap on the request to join and you will be live with us. So we're starting.
Tell me what you guys think about this. Yesterday we were talking with our friend, and we had.
Let me lower the music so we can hear you better, and we don't mess up the audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you can go ahead and talk.
We were talking yesterday, and this friend of ours, she was telling us how we were talking about compliments.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Remember that? And Abdel.
Yeah.
And I have I have an idea about compliments, right? Like, I feel when people compliment me, like compliments. Let's just put it out there. Compliments are normal. They happen at rapid rates depending on the situation throughout the day, throughout your life.
Okay.
And I feel like I remember when I was in China, like people would I'm 6'4", 195, right?
Okay.
And people would just look at me like, "Wow, you are so tall," and like something I can't control, right? "Oh, you're tall, you're so handsome, you're this, you're this, you're this," right? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we get it.
Right? I appreciate the comment, but in the end, I can't control that, right? It's something my mom gave to me,
Yeah.
That's
right?
true.
My parents.
That's
Yeah.
true. Came with the sperm.
So, exactly. And so I feel that when I get complimented in this kind of way on something I can't control, it doesn't resonate with me that much. However, if it's something that I really worked on, right? Like if someone compliments me on something I'm doing with my fitness, for example, or something that I really worked on to get better at, and someone takes notice of that, I feel that carries a lot more weight with me.
Of course, because you are responsible
Yeah.
for it. You made it yourself, so of course you will need to take the credit for it.
Yeah.
You will appreciate it more.
Exactly. Absolutely. I appreciate it
more.
way more because it's something I put energy into, and then you work at, and I think language learning is something similar, right?
Actually, I'm gonna pass you this. By the way, that's kind of funny. That's like the opposite of a microphone. Because usually when you talk, you hold the microphone,
Yes.
right? This time you're talking, you just have to
You
give
just
the
pass it
camera
to somebody
away.
else. Sorry for the weird setting. I'll just keep it here.
No,
Okay.
it's cool.
I'm sure this is also gonna look really funky when we have, we have a video.
On the other
We're all
camera.
like, "Ah, look at this."
So yeah, actually, it's interesting to note where that conversation yesterday came from.
Yeah.
Right, we were talking with this friend of ours, and I think I said something about her, or we were talking about compliments in general, and she said thank you for the compliment.
Okay.
And I was like, usually like you don't really expect people
To thank you.
to thank you
Yeah.
when they give you a compliment, like you don't have to thank them.
Okay, but some people do.
Most people do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But I think that, I do thank people when they give me compliments. But when I think about it, I think the compliments, the best ones, the ones that should really only be there, are the honest ones, right? So more than anything, this is a statement of fact or a statement of opinion,
Okay.
right? And I don't think that people should be thanked for their opinion.
Really? Well, not for the opinion, but thank you because of the effect that it has. Maybe it makes that person happy.
That's what she said,
Yeah.
and she actually convinced me in the end.
Yeah.
No, I see the value in that. But in many occasions, like what Kevin was mentioning, sometimes people compliment you on something you have no control over. Like if I see a pretty girl and I go to her and I say, "Oh my God, you're really pretty."
Yeah.
Like I'm not expecting a thank you. Like a thank you always sounds weird to me. Like you didn't make that happen. Like
Yeah.
this is just outside of
You
your
being
control.
you
Like,
being you.
so
Thank
for-
you for existing.
So it's a statement of fact. Like,
yeah,
I'm
but
not.
it's okay to acknowledge it and to remind people that they are pretty,
Yeah.
and that makes them somehow feel better about themselves,
That's
or
the
feel
thing, yeah.
feel good
So if
about
you
themselves.
look at it from
and it's
that
still
angle.
and it's still something nice to say. So
It is.
thank you, anyways.
It is.
But some people, on the other hand, they would really expect a thank you when you give them
Yeah.
like when you compliment somebody and you're expecting a thank you because I just said something nice.
Alright, this is your turn.
This is where you say thank you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, compliments.
So like, it's one of those things where, like, it's valid because of
It's
how it
honest.
makes us feel.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
the thank you. Yes, thank you is good there because you made me feel good. So that's like when giving somebody a compliment, it makes their day.
Yeah.
Like them saying thank you is also really honest. Like they're thankful to you for making them smile or like saying a nice thing about them. Right? From that point of view, it's completely valid. But if we think about compliments logically, like I said, they are actually statements of fact and statements of opinion.
Yeah.
So we should be careful about engaging in too much thanking people for saying their opinion.
But
It's a positive cycle. I don't mind being in that cycle of giving compliments, being thanked for it. It's like a
Yeah, but compliments are like a special category. That's what I'm saying. There's other types of opinion we shouldn't be thanking people for saying.
yeah.
Right?
Like any
Thank
other,
you. You could have kept it to yourself.
Not even that. Like, I'm not saying the opposite of thanking them, like, fucking shut up. No, I'm saying, like, if in a political debate,
Okay.
one of the candidates, like, says his opinion, people shouldn't be like, thank you for, like, saying your opinion. It's like, okay, cool. You're just giving your opinion.
Yeah.
Acknowledged. Move on.
So would you thank someone? I mean, do you thank someone for giving their opinion though? That doesn't make sense.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about a compliment, the compliment is really just an opinion.
It depends. No, guys, come on. It
Compliments
depends.
are a special category.
No, this is too much. No, come on. Enough philosophy. I think it's giving an opinion and being thanked for it or expecting to be thanked for it only if it has an effect on the person. Not like saying, oh, you're wearing blue jeans. Not it's like, oh, I like your blue jeans.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So you're expressing your opinion in the favor of the other person, which makes them like feel good about something.
Yeah.
So in that case, yeah, an opinion to be thanked for. Anyway.
But I like that sentence. Enough with the philosophy. That's what everybody was telling Socrates. I hear he was really boring at parties. Like, enough. Have a beer.
No, that bullshit.
Man, I'm just asking about the time.
We're making it into a debate, but that's good. That's good. I apologize for that. That's the opposite
No,
of
you're right.
of saying
You're right.
thank
No, you're right.
you. Maybe you are the next Socrates, and I just
Oh yes, I think.
and I
you-
just put this thing in
I
the.
think you figured it
No.
out.
Yeah, but like I'm pretty sure Socrates, as brilliant as he was, sometimes needed to be calmed the fuck down. It's
Yeah,
like, dude, okay.
Yeah, you're too intense, man. Too intense.
You know, sometimes like you have like when you're engaging in a subject you like, you go like to amazing extents talking about it, and at some point people feel the need to tell you like, cool, all right.
Yeah. Nasreen said, "What's wrong with some philosophy?" Ha ha ha. So yeah,
Yeah,
she
we-
agrees with you. And then
you.
we have Hossein. He said, "I believe simple compliments can make great differences." So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
the thing. Like
Simple,
you make
simple,
people feel
honest,
good
straight
about
to the
themselves.
point. Yeah, it's
Simple
not
to
the fake
point.
ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's the key. As long as you're being sincere with it, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's a bad way to compliment. But if you come across like humans are so intuitive as people, we can sense when there's a I mean, like with
Somehow.
Barely.
with an amount of like
Barely.
room for fault. Like some people.
We were talking about it last time. Salespeople, right?
Oh, yes.
How
Yeah.
they influence
Marketing.
people. They can give you a compliment, and you will take it like mindlessly
Yeah.
as a sincere one.
Yeah.
When even if you think about it logically, sometimes it's not.
Yeah. And so the more successful people are more versed in giving those compliments in a more seamless fashion, whereas like someone who's not trained or not deeply understood in this art, they're not gonna be able to do it in a way that feels genuine,
Yeah.
right? And genuine that's the name of the game with compliments, right?
Yeah, true. Actually, I have one point to mention related to the last time subject, the one that we talked about, marketing tools, and what's the difference between manipulating someone and just being like, or using some marketing tools. And I just read something, I really forgot where I read it from, but it said that it's not manipulation unless it's a win-win situation or something like this. So manipulation, it means I'm using you for my own benefit, and not necessarily you're gaining something out of it. Okay, that's manipulation. So I'm just using you for my own benefit.
Okay.
But in the other point of view, it's just like marketing tools or innocent marketing, because it's a win-win situation.
So you're
I'll
saying
do this for you, this is better for you and better for me. So like a...
So you're saying it's only manipulation if it's not a win-win.
Yes, if you're not giving the other person something to win, let's say. There's nothing for them, it's just all for you. It's like you're the one benefiting from the situation.
But I feel like manipulation as a word, like maybe I'm going into semantics here, but like manipulation as a word like implies that there's a doer and a person it's being done to.
Yeah.
Right? So that's not like the win-win situation at the end of that is not really a part of the definition of the word. Like to manipulate someone is just the action of manipulating their behavior. Right, of directing or of guiding their behavior. Behavior. It doesn't imply the result of the equation. That's just the verb of how we describe it.
But there is a difference between that and just like trying to convince someone to do a favor for you, but it's also beneficial for them. Last time we talked about the example of a kid asking for like manipulating their parents, asking for like candies and stuff. That is manipulation because they are just caring about what's in it for them. I will talk to you however I want just to get what I need from you. And that's my only objective.
That's true.
That's it. But in other ways, like, it's not marketing, it's something else, but it's not manipulation. There is another word, I really forgot it. Sales. Yeah, probably sales. Well, that involves like selling something. But on other situations, it's just like convincing the other person, okay, let's try this differently. It's a win-win situation. You would benefit from this and I would also benefit. In that way, you're not manipulating.
This is like, what I'm saying is manipulation as a word by itself is part of the whole concept of influence, basically. Right? So what we're talking about when we say salespeople or marketers or whatever, these are influence professionals. That's their job. Their job is to be able to influence people. Now, when we say manipulate, that's just the action inside of this whole circle. So I think when you're talking about the result and whether it's a win-win or a win-lose, that's the difference between a compromise or a deal and somebody using somebody else. So if you say, if you use someone, that means you manipulated them to get to your desired result. Right? But if you compromise with someone, you gave something, they gave something.
And it's a win-win situation.
Both of you got something you wanted. So those words imply the result. Manipulation by itself is part of
the process.
Of every process, whether you're trying to compromise with someone. Like if we're just being really semantic here, by the way, like just about words and their definition.
You hear it, guys?
It's just like manipulation is just a verb.
Okay.
the using someone is like the process that implies the result.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean?
Okay. Yeah. I understand. I totally understand. Okay, let me just quickly read the.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
We got audience
So
this time.
positive manipulation, win-win. Negative manipulation, win-lose.
Yeah.
Okay, correct. Zied.
That makes sense.
And then we have somebody asked about the music. What about the music? Is it BB King?
Oh, was that like right now?
Yeah, it's right now.
Right now the music is
I'm happy.
Daphnis Prieto Sextet.
And then there is someone said it's John Coltrane.
No,
Who is it?
maybe earlier. This was like
For how long has it been playing?
for 5 minutes.
No, it's this one because I just
It's,
saw the
Daphnis
comment.
Prieto Sextet.
Yeah. So
you can
there
take
you
a
go.
look.
The music.
Yeah.
Mm.
We'll ask them to pay us later for this.
Okay, so yeah, manipulate couldn't be in a positive way, but influence could be correct. Thank you guys for the comments. If anybody's interested to join our live talk, feel free to just press on the button right there, and it says request to join, and you will pop up, and we will have a small conversation. Don't be shy. It's
And
totally...
we'll have you laying on the bottle. Basically. We'll have you sitting on the bottle.
Yes, that's our setup right there.
Oh,
Cool.
that came out wrong. You won't be sitting. You won't be sitting on the bottle.
Come on, some respect. This is my Instagram, guys. Nobody heard
it
it.
came out wrong.
Nobody heard it. So come on.
Well, thanks for pointing it out, Abdel.
Yes, again.
Did I say it twice?
So nice you gotta say it twice.
Okay.
So yeah, that's it's a very big topic, the influence thing. I loved it from that book I mentioned last time. I keep thinking
Yeah.
Tell
about
them
it.
about the book.
Exactly.
It's called the. Oh, you're putting me on the spot, like literally here.
Yeah.
It's called the.
You sent me the link. I can
I did.
check. Yeah, I can check, but it's
It's
gonna.
It's called influence. Yeah, it's called influence. The something of persuasion.
The art of persuasion.
I think so.
Yeah.
Or something like that. But
What's-
anyway, it's a
okay.
very famous book.
Okay.
I can look up the title.
The art of persuasion, I think.
Yeah.
He was just telling us. Did you read it?
I did not read it actually.
Okay.
But every morning, me and Abdel talk a lot about
The
a lot of
psychology
concepts.
of persuasion.
The psychology of persuasion. Yeah.
The Psychology of Persuasion. Okay, this is a book that Abdel read recently, and I was just curious because he said it's a nice book. So just
Really
tell
good
them
book.
about the book.
Basically, this guy, Robert Cialdini, the author, he took all the experiments at one point when he wrote the book. I think it was around the 80s. He took all the experiments that went around the subject of influencing people or manipulating people.
Okay.
And there were tons of them that were being made actually, but they were never really
Gathered,
collected
yeah,
in one
collected, yeah.
place under this general theme before. And what this guy did in his book is basically he took the main things, the main parts of our behavior that can be manipulated in a way to give certain results.
Okay.
He calls it the click whir, basically like clicking
Okay.
and then the engine runs,
Okay.
like a machine, right? And lots of animals have these. Humans have them too. We know a lot about the animal world and what triggers them, what makes them do stuff, but we didn't know enough at that point about humans.
Humans, interesting.
And so he gathered them in like 7 or 8 chapters where he takes every concept and shows all the experiments that go around it. And these experiments are also amazing. Like people did some really creative experimenting.
Okay.
And he lines it all up in the book, like, and throughout all of it, every chapter, you realize that at one point in your life, in the very near past,
It
you
happened
were
to you.
manipulated that way.
Yeah,
you
it happened
must
to you.
have been.
Yeah,
It
we get
happened to you.
manipulated every day by the media. It's something like really triggered me this morning. If you guys watched my stories this morning, you will know about it, but I will mention it again. So I was listening to the radio on my way to work, and then there was a doctor. She was talking about the benefits of milk. And it was kind of like, I don't know if it was officially sponsored by the brand of milk or not. It was just kind of spontaneous. But and anyways, she kept talking about the benefits of milk and how it's good for health, like for all ages and blah blah blah. And she started relating the benefits to how it can prevent diseases. Also, it can help in this situation of COVID, blah, 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 to improve your immunity. And then she was saying something that the milk has no hormones in it. It has no hormones. And I was like, wait, what? That information, I'm sure, is not correct.
Are there hormones in other food we eat?
Yeah, everywhere.
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 There's hormones in the bread?
Not necessarily. It depends on the grains that it's used. But
can you buy
milk,
hormones from the store to put them in your food?
well, I think might. I think not. But the milk.
Where's the hormone section?
Where's the hormone section? No, but she was saying that the milk, it has no hormones in it, and I was like, no, that is not correct. How can people just go on the radio and speak like that? Even if it's like if you're
What do
promoting.
you know? Are you a doctor?
I'm not a doctor, but I know it. It's everywhere. You can Google it. Like milk has a certain percentage of hormones in it.
This is what
Because it's a milk's cow. It's not coming from plants.
Cow's milk.
Cow's milk. So it has like hormones in it. So, and actually there is like a legal amount of hormones that is allowed in each country. Even, for example, in America, like they have like a certain amount.
So they can filter them out?
Yes, they usually filter them out because they are not healthy. So, and in every country you have like a percentage you cannot exceed. Otherwise,
What if Tunisia says it's 0?
no, then it doesn't become milk because milk contains naturally hormones.
But you can filter them out.
You can filter them out, but it takes a lot of chemical.
Are you sure?
I am positive. You can Google it.
Hey guys, we need some help.
Yes,
from the
we
audience.
need help. We need help.
I don't like.
We need some fact checkers right now.
We need some fact checkers.
I never liked milk, so this topic is completely outside.
No,
to me,
it's
but,
not about milk. Actually, it's about marketing and manipulation. It's okay if you are trying to promote a product or you are trying to give a positive image about a certain product, so to convince people to buy it, but don't give false affirmations because hormones are the main cause of a lot of diseases. That's why the milk industry, let's say, they don't want to say how much hormones they have in the milk or how much they filter. So that's kind of hidden information. So people, they don't really talk about it.
Right.
So this doctor, she came and she said, no, the milk, as far as I'm concerned, this is what she said, this is my personal opinion, the milk that we have in Tunisia has no hormones. I know in the US they have hormones, but our milk in Tunisia, it doesn't have hormones, which I am positive it has. But as a doctor, you just don't go on the radio and say stuff like
So
that
you're
because
saying-
you're kind of manipulating your audience and convincing them in one direction. You can say this is good, but don't say no, it doesn't have these negative effects, because then you're lying. You understand?
Well, if she mentioned the brand name, then it's a promotional message.
I didn't hear all the part, so I was just listening like from the beginning, and then at a certain point I stopped.
Regardless, in Tunisia there's also a milk syndicate that could have paid for this, like easy.
No, actually, I know why it's sponsored, because she was saying like repetitive words. It's like a bio. What is it? It's like you have to drink 2 cups a day, and the calcium inside is bio something. It's like a particular word, and I have it even on recording. And then if you go on the streets, there are like the publicity, what is it called, the advertising things, and it says the exact same message. So for me, I made the billboards. Yes. So I made the direct relation. Okay, this could be sponsored. I don't know if they said it like clearly or not, because sometimes they literally say it. This is sponsored by this, like this medical advice is sponsored by this brand. So I don't want to mention
that
it.
makes perfect sense. That shit they do all the time.
Yeah,
all
but
the time.
it's not right. Like
course
you're
it's not
literally
right.
telling people this is good, and if you think it has side effects or negative things, no, it doesn't. Which you're lying, because it does. You know.
Listen, really funny story about this specific thing. in the book that I was talking about. Back in the 90s or in the 80s, they did this experiment. Not experiment, actually. This is about the real thing that happened. Like a company that was selling some kind of food had an ad. Had an ad that had a famous actor. I don't know who it was, but this actor was famous because of his role as a doctor in a soap opera. Right? They had him come into the advertising on TV wearing the doctor's outfit and giving like
some advice, medical advice.
Not medical advice, but endorsing a product.
Okay.
Right? And they did actually have that ad running for a while, which means it actually worked.
Okay.
This stuff was back in the 90s. Like you see less and less of it in people for the American culture. It's really easy to make fun of ads like this one. Like people are mature there from an advertising point of view.
Okay.
Like they see like a brand that's putting a fake doctor. They're like, that's a fucking fake doctor. But here in Tunisia, we are not quite at that level of media and advertising maturity. So everywhere in Tunisia, you see ads that make no sense. It's just a person smiling and saying, insurance. It's like,
well, he's not
say?
Supposed to be an expert if he's just smiling in a picture. That doesn't mind. That doesn't matter.
But about general like.
But if they're going on the radio,
no, absolutely.
as a doctor, as a real life doctor, and then you give
That's
like.
the thing. Using the title of a doctor. And promoting anything, milk or cookies. It's all part of like many influence tactics and influence strategies that people use. And that in Tunisia, like I feel that we are more vulnerable to, because we haven't ran through so
many cycles of marketing. And
Like the more mature a market is, like the more advanced like types of marketing you find there.
Advertising.
Advertising has to evolve, right?
Exactly.
As the market understands certain types of advertising, advertisers have to go to the next level. And it's a Red Queen type of thing.
We have some comments, guys. So Montasar is saying all milk, whether from cows, goats, humans, or
oh, nice, the milk thing. Yes.
naturally contains small amounts of various hormones, including estrogen and progesterone. Okay, because hormones like estrogen are fat soluble. Okay, which kind of hormones are you talking about? Legally, they must inform if it's an ad. Okay, even if it's not an ad, she's like a doctor.
Okay.
All milk, whether from cows, so this is again hormones like, can you speak with us or just a local discussion? Of course, we are speaking with you. We are reading your comments and you can join. You can join in the video.
Get too deep in the conversation
we didn't receive any requests to join, so feel free. You can also suggest your own topic. There is a variety of hormones. Which one are you talking about? Please, more specificity. It's not true. Hormones are in the milk or those used in the industry. No, I'm talking about the hormones in the milk, naturally in the milk. And the industry is something else that's also that should be mentioned. But she just generalized and said milk doesn't have hormones in it. Okay, and the hormones are actually the main reason or the main cause of a lot of diseases, and they related it directly. Like actually, there are many researches.
I drink a lot of milk, guys.
It's a bit like the what the cigarette companies were doing like
in the
60s. They were having doctors go on like the radio and TV.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
of course.
like saying, cigarettes are fucking cool, man. They're good for your health.
It's an industry after all. It's an industry, and they just have to make money, no matter how much money they inject into publicity and into schools, into the education system, into everything. So it's just
I have a question for everyone that's present.
Question, guys.
I have a question. Do you guys actually think that the radio in Tunisia does enforce this rule of having to legally announce when somebody is being paid for what they're saying?
Can you repeat? I didn't follow.
Like when it's an ad, they legally have to tell you.
Okay.
That's what a person said right there.
Yes.
And I find that really interesting because on YouTube, you have to say that this is a promotional message or this is something like
I'm
that.
paid for it,
on,
yeah.
on other TV channels, you have to like write in really thin. There's
Yeah.
rules about this type of stuff. I wonder if Tunisia actually has those rules, and if they do, are they really enforced by like the
Media
radio stations
company.
that we have here? There's so many of them right now compared to like when I was a kid, and I wonder if small or big, the radio stations do actually abide by this rule.
So wait, radio stations will influence what's on TV? Like, is this
Yes,
what we're
they
talking
must
about?
tell us. So
Ah.
Yusuf, he said.
I mean, yeah, if you have someone saying a message that promotes a certain brand or a certain something, they have to legally say.
On TV or radio?
Radio,
Like
no, he's
radio.
talking about the
Talking
the
about
radio.
Oh,
Talking about
okay,
radio,
okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
So,
Okay,
do you
so-
think radios respect that?
Somebody said yes, they must tell us.
Okay, so
Okay.
as far as we know, they're enforcing
Yes, sure.
that.
I think that's true. Actually, we lose the confidence in all. Like in all fields and industries, they can't stick to the rules like 100%. Well, that
Right,
makes
yeah.
sense, of course. Yeah.
I don't think you can even make sure, like,
Yeah, there's no way
track this.
exactly to track it. So yeah, we get fooled like almost
I'm sure
daily.
sometimes we get fooled, like,
Daily.
without even knowing.
Without even know. Actually, the fun part is that I've got few messages. I didn't get the time to open them all, but I got few messages about what I mentioned. This story of milk, because I spoke about it on my stories earlier this morning, and I was really upset when I was talking
Sorry.
about it. So I got few messages saying, "Oh, she's a doctor. How would you know?" I said, "Well, hello, internet." That brings me back to your point. Is that we give like almost blind trust
Yeah.
to these
Yeah.
sorts or types
To
of
these
media.
titles and uniforms.
Titles
too.
and uniforms. You hear that there is a doctor speaking, and so
Yeah.
you absolutely believe her,
Yeah.
whether she's sponsored or she has to say like a specific message in the benefit of a specific brand. So for you as a consumer, you're like, okay, she's a doctor. I don't care
Yeah.
if she's sponsored, if she's paid to say this exact message or not. She must be caring for me, so I should blindly believe what she's saying. And that's what I was telling people. Just if you don't believe me, just go Google it, but at
But-
least make the effort.
There's two ways exactly to look at this: is to either tell the doctor to stop doing that, or to tell people to be more aware of what
No,
they
no,
hear.
because
and I think it goes with people.
Exactly, because there's not one doctor. There's
Exactly.
not only a
Exactly. I'm a
radio
doctor,
station.
guys.
Yeah, like there are a lot of doctors, a lot of specialists, but some people they do the effort and others not. What makes a difference for me, for example, what makes a difference between like let's say just like Tunisia and any other country, is that, for example, we take a lot of things for granted. We don't ask for the source of the information. We don't have like, we don't question things. You just listen to it and, okay, I'm supposed to believe it and go by it. So in other places, they will just question you. Okay, you say you are this, show me, tell me.
And then
how
again,
does it go?
Then
You know?
again, it's all a question of percentages. Some people will realize, some people won't.
Yeah.
Right.
But see, the thing too, like the internet has given a whole new rise of
Fact checking.
fact checking. Exactly. Like I remember when I was younger, like when the internet wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Like you have all these bullshit artists saying whatever they want.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you can't
yeah.
like fact check
Yeah.
them. But nowadays there's so much information available. You can get
That's
into
true.
detail and figure
Yeah.
these things out.
I mean, it became really easy to fact check someone.
Yeah.
So right now is actually one of the best times to tell people this kind of advice is when you hear something, just think to yourself about its validity for a
Yeah.
second before
Yeah.
you engage into assuming it for a fact or assuming it for
Yeah.
pure truth.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to double check. Yeah.
Doesn't hurt absolutely.
It's not.
And it's your right.
Look,
It's
it's
absolutely
not-
your right.
It's not necessarily double checking. You don't have to be pulling out your phone every time, but just that awareness that there are some people
Yeah.
out there that are trying to use your automatic responses and your automatic triggers to influence you in certain directions. So what you have to do on your end is simply have that awareness, that second of time after you hear something or you receive a compliment or somebody's telling you to do a certain thing, where you think to yourself, does this make sense?
Yeah.
Does this person have something to gain from me assuming this
Or not
information.
necessarily that. Even does it go with my beliefs?
Yeah.
Maybe
sure.
some other people it just works fine for them, but for me,
Yeah,
not really. So I just makes like it gives me a
Absolutely.
motive to just double check. Let me
Absolutely.
just go. Oh my God, we have somebody who has a birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you! And a lot of people are commenting with happy birthday, but we didn't see it. Sorry,
Yeah.
guys. So it's Haythem. Happy birthday. He said, "Wish me a happy birthday, guys."
Happy birthday,
I was
Haythem!
looking at the comments. Happy birthday, Haythem. I was like, what's
Yeah.
happening? So Haythem, happy birthday. Then we
How old
have.
are you, Haythem?
How old are you, Haythem? Do you want to come?
on,
You want to
Haythem.
join?
We wanna hear from you.
we want to hear from you. So everyone must question everything nowadays. We can't blind
Yeah,
trust. That's
yeah,
correct. And
yeah.
then we have Yusuf. He said, conclusion, it is the power of the money.
It's always the power of the money.
The power of the money. Well, yeah,
but
money
see,
rules.
But see, that's the thing that's changed now with the internet. Like everyone has more power. Like before, you could put authority on TV and like it's an authority
Yeah.
without much question. But
Like how
nowadays,
Dr. Phil used to be.
yeah, and
Dr. Phil, guys.
yeah, and so what you said, I think, is really powerful. Like we all have awareness now.
Yeah.
Like we have the ability to be aware, and it's our responsibility as citizens.
The ability, yeah. We have the ability.
We have
The
the
ability,
ability,
yeah.
and I would argue responsibility
Okay.
to stay mindful
Yes.
that there are forces outside of our control that are trying to pull us in different
Exactly.
Directions.
This is very much in the spotlight these days with the recent elections and stuff in the U.S. Fake
Absolutely,
news.
yes.
Like people at this point are really using this power to the maximum and trying to influence so many people, and they did. Like the whole Trump era that just passed was really about
manipulation.
about like this power of influencing people through showing them what they want to see or what they're looking to see, or the right messages to trigger their emotions, to make the debate not logical but emotional.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Right.
Very true.
And that's what
Very,
people
very
do.
true.
What you laughing about?
I was trying to not make it go political.
But it's not
We
political.
should-
It's
yeah, I know. I get
ideological
your
at this
point.
point.
Yeah, I get your point.
It's
at this.
That is in the past.
We should always seek truth for ourselves. Oh my God! I just got here. Did the live just started? Actually, hi Shaima.
No.
Welcome,
Sorry.
regardless. This is me, Yasmine. This is Abdel.
Hello.
And
Hey.
this is Kevin,
What's
and
up?
we are recording from homeschool live. And this is Mike in a bottle. We do this every Thursday, usually from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. But today we changed the timings.
This is Pixie. I don't know if you can see her, but
Yeah,
she's here.
she's sleeping.
She's
Puppy's
chilling.
not even here.
Puppy is not here. There's a second dog, and there are 3 cats over there. So what we are talking about, actually, we just gather every Thursday, and we just bring up any kind of subject, and we just keep talking. But the only rule is that we have to keep talking in English, and
Because
eventually
otherwise
we
Kevin wouldn't understand shit.
I'm out of that game.
introduce yourself. People will be asking about you
Yes,
later.
I am Kevin East. I am from. I most recently came from Los Angeles, but I'm from Miami, Florida. Been here in Tunisia since September 2020, and just experiencing Tunisian life.
Yeah.
Working on this company, homeschool, and taking it a day at a time.
So he moved into Tunisia. Now he's working here and he's living here. This is Abdel.
Hello.
Again,
Hello.
you want to do a small introduction again in the middle of the video.
Yeah, I'm the guy who has been talking since the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's him. In
that's
case
me.
you're wondering.
Yes.
And this is me. This is my Instagram. So, like we said, this is like a very relaxed conversation. No topic specifically. We just keep talking in English. So if you guys just wanna practice your English, feel free to join. Feel free to listen or just to like.
Yeah.
We love all participants. Anyone who wants to get involved with us, we're here to talk to you
We
guys.
usually have some audience here.
Yeah, well, every once in a while
We
we
started
have
a bit early
some
today,
friends.
that's why.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
usually come like on time.
Yeah.
A little early.
We usually have like 2 guys. They heard the podcast somewhere, or
Yeah.
not the podcast. They heard the music.
By the way, we ran way past the 30 minutes.
We did. And I re-upped the camera, but if how are we feeling?
No, I was just wondering if you were still recording because I wanted to make sure to tell people to use this as a little reminder
Yeah.
of really not assuming, that everything is as it seems. Like we were talking about influence and how sometimes people will try to influence you in a certain way.
Yeah.
So I just really want to make sure that at least when people think about this concept, that they keep thinking about it in the future and that we don't succumb so easily to manipulation.
Yes. Yeah, that's, I think, in the end of the day, is a powerful message for everyone. It's like I said earlier, it's a responsibility that we have to stay informed to the best of our abilities. Stay unbiased with your information because it's going to come in all kinds of directions, right? If you're patient and leave that room for doubt.
Yeah,
right?
it's always helpful.
You don't jump on the first information bandwagon and say like, this is who I am, so this is what I believe. Like, I think those were the times of our parents or grandparents, right?
Yeah.
Like when there wasn't a lot of readily available information, so we.
Yes, that's yet one more thing that internet has changed forever. Is fact checking is an actual thing now.
Yeah.
That everybody can do.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
And think about this, guys. Before Trump, fake news wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, actually, there was always
was just
fake news, but
way-
he just
way
put the
under the
spot
radar.
on.
but
Yeah.
the spotlight, exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Now this is like a part of our consciousness.
Yeah. Just
yeah.
double check. Even if the president of the US is giving you
Yeah.
the information, it's okay to double check
Yeah.
sometimes.
Just a few months ago, at the center of everything were conspiracy theories and the whole QAnon thing.
Yeah.
And
Oh boy.
and there were so many articles from actual psychologists talking about this general human behavior that suddenly got very popular. And that's the rise of conspiracy theories. Now, you see, we tell people to double check, right? We tell people to be aware and to know that there are some forces out there that are trying to manipulate you. So always have that consciousness. At the same time, people who do find and believe conspiracy theories are people who have engaged in that for like weeks and months on end. And that's why they end up with conspiracy theories. So
That's why we have these terms like going down the rabbit hole.
yeah, the rabbit hole.
Hi, Ga. Hello.
Yo.
Who's
So
that?
Haythem.
Is that Haythem?
Haythem requested to join
Haythem!
us. We still have some
Happy
time.
birthday!
It's his birthday.
No. This is Yusuf.
Oh,
This is
Yusuf.
Yusuf.
Ah,
Haythem. Sorry, Haythem.
Happy birthday, Yusuf.
This is
Let's
Yusuf.
Let's
Hello,
pretend it's your
Yusuf.
birthday.
Happy birthday in advance.
Thank you.
We're just gonna pretend that you're 1 year older now.
And if this doesn't make sense later for anyone over there looking,
Yes, we have that
we're-
recording.
It's on Instagram.
Somebody-
Recording you from everywhere. Do you have something to say, Haythem? Not Haythem, sorry, Yusuf. Yusuf.
Stop calling him that.
Sorry, Yusuf. I apologize.
I must stretch with
Thanks for joining. Do you have something to say?
How's it going, Yusuf?
I want to say that my English is not so good.
It's okay. It's
It's
okay.
pretty
We
good.
don't
Hey,
judge.
Yusuf, I understand you perfectly. Yusuf, what's up, man? Like, I can understand you crystal clear. What's going on?
All good?
I'm good.
Okay.
Having a good day?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're very welcome.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We appreciate you participating. So thank you for coming. Feel free to write some comments. Do you like the subject so far?
I like the subject. I just watched it in your story.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
The power of money.
Yes.
You have so much money, you can make many publicity and many
Yes.
many powers.
Yes, that's
true.
correct. That's correct.
You look like you're having a great day, man.
The president talking about Elise one day.
Okay. Talking about the lease one day. Okay.
I heard the president too.
Yes.
Oh.
Thank you so much, Yusuf, for participating. Yusuf, and happy birthday to Haythem
Bye,
again.
not Haythem.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
Happy birthday
Happy
from all of
birthday.
us.
Happy birthday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, that was
That was
it
fun.
with Yusuf. I think my phone is about to, my phone's battery is about to die, so.
And it's a good time to wrap it up.
Yes.
We
Yes.
had a very involved conversation today.
Okay, be aware of your surroundings. Don't go into conspiracy theories. We have enough of those. And yes, we landed on the moon.
Yeah. Oh, I like
We
what
did,
you- I like what
as
you did
human
there.
beings, you mean, like, not
Yes,
Tunisian.
humanity.
Humanity.
Not us, not the three of us.
Okay.
I'm scheduled
One
for
day.
next Tuesday.
One day. Okay, that was it for me, guys.
Alright.
Thank you. We'll just wrap up in here.
All right. Peace
Bye.
out, everybody. Bye-bye. Thank
you. Woo, bye.
All right. And
Nice.
so on that, we can wrap it up for Mike in a Bottle, episode 10.
/9.
With, as always, with Abdel, Yasmine, myself, Kevin. Thank you. Peace out, everybody.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday, Haythem.
Happy birthday, Haythem.